Hey YouTube, Mike here. How we doing today? I hope you all have a very safe and productive week. Today's video we're going to be doing some edge banding. I've had quite a few requests again about the vacuum clamping system, and they took a look at some of my videos like the dresser and the model table, and they saw the edge banding that I do. I know a lot of you know that I use the Fastcap system, which is the pre-taped, pre-finished edge banding, either in color or plastic or like this is natural wood. So I'm going to do a demonstration on an actual shelf that I'm adding to a closet, which I'm going to stain, but I'm just going to use the natural wood on there. Alright, we're using the medium head with the vacuum clamping system. This is the large head that comes with the system from when I did the review on it. But because I have a thinner piece and it just barely, see, it just barely makes it, so I would rather go with the medium size for the clamping element. Now, they make them, it's 50-foot rolls, and Fastcap has them in many different sizes. This happens to be pine unfinished wood, and it's 3/4 inches wide. They make 1/2 inch, and I think they make up to like almost 2 inch. They also make this tape, which is like their fast tape. Now I keep 2 inch, I keep 1 inch, and they're 50 foot. I keep 3/4, and I keep 1/2 inch. And if you just have, say, veneer or the old style edging, you can actually lay this out onto the edge, put your piece on it, roll it out, and now you could use other edging. What I like to use this tape for is like when I'm affixing doors to a cabinet, I cut like 4 or 6 pieces, get it centered, tape it on because it's double-sided tape, tape it on, then I can move the drawer out, clamp it, drill through the back, and mount the drawer, and then put the handles on. So that's their Fastcap tape. Alright, as far as with the pieces, I use this Festool sanding block, and I keep like 80 grit sandpaper on it. Then they have the edge clipper, which actually I use just to cut the tape. They have the fast break in the small size, and then they have the fast break in the larger size. Sandpaper is all replaceable. On both, they sell pre-cut pieces. I'll add all of the descriptions, the model numbers in the descriptions below. So for most of the wood that I use, which is 3/4 to 1/2 inch, this thing stays, and I'll show you where I store all this. I store it all in one little secret compartment. Then you have the trimmer, which squeezes up against the edge, you'll see. The fast roller. And then I use this, Veritox. It's an edge clipper. It clips off the actual, and I have a piece of veneer stuck in here. So it actually clips off the edge of it flat up against the board. And I love this thing. So I use this more than using the actual pliers. So, let's get into a little edge banding here. Okay, my vacuum clamp system, basically I leave this pretty much with the foot pedal up here. I keep everything out of the way as I'm walking, and then I just run my extension cord around right to the vacuum clamp system. So, with the system, I turn it on, and this automatically will clamp right to it. Now, I release the lever. Let's just make sure we're in focus here. Tighten this down. And then I like to take the sanding block and just smooth this out before I band it. Now, with this tape, what I like to do is there is a slot here, but it's in the middle. It's very hard to pull. So I actually just take a knife and make a slice right there that I can pull this out. Then, once I'm done, so now I take it, I measure out what I need, giving a little extra, Walk my fingers across here. Mark it, and this is what I use the pliers for. Now, when you pull out more, what you do is you open up the package, and you see here, it's a winder. You actually wind it back in. This actually comes out, but you wind it back in, and now I just leave a little bit. I don't like to leave too much because I have little storage cubbies. So now, peel back the tape. And what I like to do is I like to start it, and I put my fingers so I can feel it. And as I run my fingers across, I'm centering it all the way down. So now it's on. All right. Now you got to roll it. One end is going to have, you see how much flap is on here? Let me just zoom this in a little bit here. What you want to do is you take your fast roller, you want to put your finger underneath this flap, because if you go over past it and you hit this, it's going to break it, and it's going to give a very uneven edge. So just get your finger there and roll this on. Okay, let's just make sure we're still up. Now, with this edge clipper, all I do is put this on here like that, push it up against the piece of wood, and cut it. Perfect. Go to the other side, cut it. Now I take the trimmer, and lock this down. Take the trimmer and trim it. Then I take the fast brake and run it back and forth. Then I'll just take the sanding block and run it down the edge on both sides. Kind of almost like a 30-degree angle I like. Just hit the edge in case there's anything. Take my towel. And now, if you can see, I'm releasing it. It'll take the piece right off. Let me just zoom this back out. And there it is. Now it's stainable, paintable, but it gives it a nice edge. All right, let's do, now, pressure's back on. Sucked right in. Now, if I wanted to, let's do this. Let's show you this. All right, I just did that edge. Okay? That edge is nicely done. Release the knob. Rotate the whole thing to the other edge. Lock the knob down. Let me just make sure we're back in focus here. Take the sanding block. Get all the little hairs off. I don't need to do the other side, but I'm just going to do it for the demonstration purpose. I always like to hit it with the rag. Oh, reach over. Pull out my tape. Mark it. Cut it square. Pull this off. Get it stuck to my fingers. And then just run it right down with your finger so it gets down to the end. Find your roller, put your thumb there, because like I said, you don't want it to flip, because if it flips, it cracks and it looks like crap. Get it back there, put this thing in, snip, get it to the other side, snip. This stuff sticks all over. trim it, and you can feel the edge. Then come back with your, and then if you want, you can always roll it again if you want to, because now the edge is trimmed. Go back with your fast break, sand it down, and what it's doing is it's making it even with the edge of the shelf. Then I like to take my sanding block, hit it, go down the sides, both sides. Voila. Release the pressure. And that's it. There's your two sides. It's very, very, very strong. Of the desk, I beat the crap out of it. And there's your edge banding. They work great. It's a very good product from Fastcap. Fast, efficient. Okay, let's get this back. And it's not that expensive. You know, you don't have to have the hot iron. I still have the iron. I still have the big roller. This is what I used. I love this thing. Because if you see what happens, let me just get it back up here. You see what happens with it? See how it goes right to the edge of the wood? And then you just clip it down. And then, yeah, it's a little pain in the neck. A little pieces stick in there, but, you know, take a punch or a pencil or whatever and it gets right out. So that's that. That is the edge banding. That's two sides. What did it take? 10 minutes. It actually would take less if if I wasn't doing a video. Okay. Picked up some new stuff. As you can see in the back there, I'm going to bring it forward. I debated for years about purchasing this product. You know, I do have a bunch of chisels, I got a bunch of planes, I got that small little roller jig that rolls it onto the different stone and the strapping, the leather, and I started doing knives. Big Forge and Fire fan, my wife and I. So I went and bought a pre-made couple of blades. This one happens to be a Tanto, it's all covered. And I bought the scales and I started doing the scales and then a little sharpening. It's real nice, I like it. A lot of dust. I bought the 1x30 with the 5-inch disc Rikon. I used my big belt sander. I used the oscillating spindle sander. I got a smaller knife too, a little like fishing knife. But this one actually is coming along good. And I'm actually going to do a video. I'm going to show you. Let me grab the piece of steel. I purchased a piece of steel. And I'm actually going to draw out onto the steel. I'm going to cut it out with a grinder and my metal bandsaw. And I'm going to form it, and I'm going to shape it, I'm going to do a profile on it, and I'm going to video it. And how it comes out is how it comes out. And then I'm actually going to use my acetylene torch to harden the edge, to actually do a quench with it. I looked into building a small forge, but honestly, I don't want to buy one. I don't want one in the garage or even outside. So I'm going to do the edge with the MAC gas and turbo torch, which you could do as long as you get it up to temperature, quench it in oil, and you'll get a nice hardened edge. So we're going to try it. I'm going to do the whole video, we'll edit it, and we'll see how it comes out. But this here, like I said, for years, way before I started YouTube, I hemmed and hawed about buying one of these. And I was looking them up, and then I saw the price of that Tormac. Maron. I says, you know, I really don't do that much sharpening. I'm going to start using the chisels more for dovetailing and stuff like that. But So I did a little research and I found Grizzly for the price. It's their anniversary edition. I just happened to bought that one. It was just a couple of bucks more than the other one. It's a 10-inch wheel with the leather. Comes with the tool holder, the tool rest. Comes with this tool holder, which I actually ordered Tormax because it has real good machine. It's got some bearings in it. The locking mechanism is nice, so it fits this holder. Comes with the leather buffing compound, and as you can see, it's just came. I put it together, I futzed with it, and I'm gonna play with it and see how it is. But like I said, for the price, I think I paid like $239 for it. Got delivered in 2 days. Came right from Grizzly. It's got quite a bit of power. You can actually move. You can move the tool rest to the back side of it. Actually, it would be going that way because you would be on the strapping. But like I said, we're gonna play with it. I finally decided to buy it, and we'll see how it works from there. And then the other thing here, let me just slide this back. The other thing I bought and used, this is Rikon's 1x30 with the 5-inch disc. It's, what is this, 1/3 horsepower. It's got quite a bit of power. I mean, I did that two entire scales, still with the same 100 grit belt that came with it. Didn't use the disc. Comes with a little miter gauge, and it's got some power. It's really nice to do small, fine sanding. I bought a bunch of belts. Even with the standard belt, I didn't even use the metal belt on it. Even with the standard belt, it grounded down the pins sticking out, you know, also a hair coming out of the side of the knife. So, pretty nice. I would definitely recommend if somebody was interested in purchasing one of these. Alright, YouTube, I hope this was helpful and answered the subscribers' questions on the vacuum system and the edge banding. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for all of the comments, all of the likes, all of the subscribes. And if you would like a Mike's Woodshop sticker, I'm going to include my email below, and just send me your mailing address and I will mail you out a sticker. Alright, YouTube, I hope you all have a good week, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.